والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم. قل رب زدني علما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So as previously mentioned, the Surah Al-Baqarah contains so many things, and it contains also the bayan, or the details, the description and injunctions, many of the very important injunctions, the basis of deen and the very fundamental tenets of Islam. And all of the various orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the basis of them is a trial and tribulation, to test, لِيَبْلُوكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا, to see who's the best in action. And since all of these actions require sacrifice, it's either sacrifice of life or wealth. And so regarding the sacrifice of life, so we heard in detail about the injunctions and the encouragement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards fighting in the path of Allah and struggling. One is struggling against one's own self and struggling for all forces that are anti-Islamic and anti the injunctions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also the spending in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who will give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a wonderful, a good loan. Actually, he's giving himself a loan, you see. So whatever Allah has given us to spend that. So sacrifice of life and sacrifice of health, of wealth, these are the basis, of all the injunctions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the same time, the basis of all sin is the love of these things, right? The love of life, the love of health, the love of wealth. So as a result of that, to preserve, our life and the love of the life and the love of the enjoyment of the life. So to counteract that love of the world, which is also mentioned, the love of the world is the basis of all sin. So the continuous struggle against, the love of one's, existence in the world. We have a short life. It's here to be spent in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're not living here forever. We're going to live forever in the hereafter, right? And also the love of the wealth, continuous trying to hoard it and get more and more and more and more. So these things are the things which prompt people towards disobedience, prompt people towards sin, indulgence, extreme indulgence, which is what we see in the world today. So therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is advising us and exhorting us to exert our persons and spend our wealth in the path of Allah. And this is what this ayat is basically saying. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu anfiqu mimma razaqnakum. O you people of Iman, spend from that which we have given you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. It's not ours. It's just an amanat. It's just a trust. And He's given it to us. Give some of it, a little bit. Spend on yourself, spend on your family, spend on jaiz things and, things which are lawful. But spend from what you have, what we have given you in the path of Allah. So before a day comes when there won't be any transactions, you won't be able to now spend. People will say on the day of judgment or at the time of death even, oh Allah, send me back. Give me a respite. Give me 5 minutes that I can just spend something more. I can say one more tasbih. I can spend more dollar in the path of Allah. That day there won't be any transactions. And there won't be any khulla. Wala khulla. We won't have any close friends as we are thinking today. He's going to help me out. He's going to, give me a good word. It will be our deeds. It will be our deeds. That will speak for us. Nothing more. Wala shafa. And there will be no intercession. be no intercession, period, for those people who don't have proper iman. And there won't be any intercession except for whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to accept. And those are the people of iman who have spent their life in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They try to obey His orders. And then, of course, there will be intercession of the prophets. There will be intercession of the Quran. There will be intercession of the Muslims, one for the other. But with the condition that we have the basis of iman, and we have tried to live our life according to the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالْكَافِرُونَ هُمُ الظَّالِمِينَ. And those who have disobeyed and have disbelieved and have disregarded and arrogantly turned their back on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His deen, they are the oppressors. They are the wrongdoers. Wrongdoing who? Their own selves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from being among them and make us among those who will spend our lives and our property and our wealth in His obedience and in His pleasure. Ameen thumma ameen. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.